live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning to you. It is Thursday, December 21st.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you had a good week so far. This morning, not so December feeling like.
That's right. Very mild out there, but you might see some moisture. And we're also going to talk to RJ because there's a real bad accident over on San Antonio's west side. But first up, Sarah Spivey.
Thanks, Mark and Steph. Yes, we are seeing some areas of light rain out there and mist and drizzle as well, but it's very patchy at the moment. Take a look outside and you can see that with where this camera is sitting up higher in the atmosphere, a little bit of haze there on the horizon. Visibility is worse in the hill country. You can see that we've got visibility down to 3 miles up at Bernie Stage Airfield, right on that Kendall and Bexar County line. Along the escarpment, that's where we're starting to see the fog really set in, and as we head toward dawn, I think we'll start to see a little bit more fog work its way into San Antonio and the surrounding area. So we'll have patchy fog and mist early this morning. We'll be in the low 60s. By noon, 66. It's going to stay fairly cloudy today, perhaps a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, but generally cloudy. Coverage of isolated rain today will only be about 30%. In fact, we've got a few showers on the radar. I'll show you that in a little bit here. And then temperatures later on today coasting in the 60s. So a pretty mild day on deck for us. And as we talk about the main things to keep in mind with the weather in the coming days, we're going to have daily morning fog and drizzle through at least Sunday. So it's going to be generally damp too through Sunday with passing showers here and there. I'll show you which day or which evening has the best chance for widespread rain in San Antonio. Christmas, though, setting up to be windy and cooler Christmas Day, all because of a cool front moving through on Christmas Eve. So a lot to unpack in the forecast, but first I want us to go ahead and get a check of the roads because as Mark was mentioned, there was a crash to talk about. RJ.
Yeah, Sarah, pretty major crash out here on the west side as we take a look at TransGuide right now and check out this sea of brake lights that we're looking at right now. I mean, within the past 15 minutes or so, you can see that these cars have all kind of gathered here. Traffic right now on the westbound lanes of US 90 being diverted or moved off to the highway here because the main lanes of US 90 are blocked right now at Southwest 36th Street. So this is the camera there at 90 at General McMullen, but you can see that traffic is being diverted right there to that exit there for 36th Street as we had a major crash overnight. And we do have some video of this, so let's go ahead and show this, give you a little bit more details. This is a little bit of our ground video that we saw from earlier today. So crash was reported around 2:30 this morning by TxDOT, and I talked to the folks at TransGuide. They said that this is a fatal crash and that what they are reporting is that they had a car crash into a work convoy there on the westbound lanes of US 90 at Southwest 36th Street, and that the driver of that vehicle has reportedly died. So again, all main lanes right now blocked. As we come back out to TransGuide cameras here real quick, you can see that we have a pretty significant delay in this area. Wanted to see if we could find another camera there. So this is the 90 at Couples. Let's kind of go back a little bit. Let me see. There we go. This is 90 at Couples. You can see that traffic right now, not reaching Couples because this is the exit that's a little bit closer to the west side, past General McMullen. But as we look at our maps, we see right now that some of the delays in this area. So you're going to see the delays here to General McMullen Drive. Couples is right here. So if you need to exit, the General McMullen exit would probably be your best bet right now. And if you need to go around this, you could head up to Castroville Road. That'll get you around it for the moment right now. But based on what we're seeing right now, from some of those TransGuide traffic cameras, you could see that obviously we have some pretty significant delays in that area. So we're going to continue to follow this and give you the very latest. As far as the rest of the city, right now things looking pretty good. Again, this is the biggest thing right now. All westbound lanes of US 90 at Southwest 36th Street are shut down right now due to a major crash overnight. Mark and Stephanie, back to you guys.
And we know you'll keep us posted. Thank you very much, RJ. The holiday travel rush is officially on. Here's a live look at San Antonio International Airport. Today, more than 4,000 service members are heading home from Military City, USA as part of the annual operation known as Holiday Block Leave. Today is expected to be the heaviest travel day as service members in uniform arrive by bus. This is on top of the typical holiday travel rush. Katrina Weber says it's very busy out there at our airport. She'll have updates from the airport coming up later in the newscast. Well, around the country, other airports today bracing for the busiest day of the holiday season, with nearly 49,000 planes expected to be in the air at some point today. The biggest problem that may stop you from getting to your destination on time may be some weather. A slow-moving storm could dump 10 inches of rain in parts of Southern California, potentially triggering mudslides and air travel delays that could impact the rest of the country. On the East Coast, neighborhoods are underwater days after a powerful storm slammed multiple cities and states. Well, here's a look at the FlightAware misery map this morning, and we're talking about those problems, and LAX does lead the way right now. We've only got 16 delays across the country. Also seeing some delays at Chicago O'Hare and Boston's Logan International Airport. We'll keep you updated if more problems pop up.
Another San Antonio area school will close its doors. Trustees in South San ISD have voted to close West Campus High School. Last night's vote was based on the superintendent's recommendation. West Campus will close in the 2024-2025 school year. And like many other local districts, South San Antonio has experienced financial hardships. Its board voted earlier this year to close Athens Elementary, Kindred Elementary School, and Kazan Middle School. Medina County Sheriff investigators warning drivers to be on alert from random shots coming from a moving vehicle. Now, investigators say there have been at least 11 reports from incidents that started around November 27th. They say the shooter is using some sort of air rifle or a BB gun. The shootings reported so far have been in Natalia, Lacoste, and Castroville area. Victims have started sharing their stories on social media in hopes of warning the community to be on alert.
For this to happen in our towns of Devine, Natalia, and Lacoste, it's really has startled the community. We have families, we have children.
My kids could have been injured, severely injured.
And I fear that it's some kind of a TikTok trend or something, because they've had these before. And I guess my message to them is, if you think this is fun and games, you're not going to be laughing when we catch you, because it's very serious.
A Crime Stoppers reward is being offered for this case. You can call the Medina County Sheriff's Office if you have any information.
A high-stakes prisoner swap brought 10 Americans back home to the U.S. after being held prisoner in Venezuela. At least 6 of the 10 Americans freed from Venezuelan prisons arrived here in San Antonio last night.
The White House agreed to the exchange, which includes the return of a close ally of Venezuela's president, and for the South American nation to hand over a wanted fugitive to the U.S.
However, as ABC's Justin Finch reports, some Republicans are blasting the deal.
This morning, a first look at 6 wrongfully detained Americans en route to a Texas Army base after being freed in a prisoner exchange deal with Venezuela. The White House National Security Advisor posting this image online and welcoming the men home. California businessmen Savoy Wright have been held in Venezuela since October.
So much gratitude for the moment, for the United States of America, for all of you, and for the opportunity to come home.
Los Angeles attorney Avon Hernandez heading home after being detained in Venezuela since March of 2022, accused of being a spy.
I want to thank President Biden because I know he made a difficult decision that will have a lot of pressure on him on Capitol Hill, but he got us home and we're with our families.
Senate Republican Marco Rubio slamming the exchange as a disgraceful decision. The Biden administration brokering the deal with Venezuela. The White House agreeing to grant clemency to Alex Saab, who faced money laundering charges. President Nicolas Maduro embracing his close ally at the presidential palace. In exchange for Saab, Venezuela sent back 10 Americans, plus fugitive Malaysian defense contractor Leonard Glenn Francis. Francis, also known as Fat Leonard, escaped U.S. custody last year. Francis pleaded guilty to the $35 billion scheme, which used prostitutes, luxury travel, and cash to bribe U.S. naval officers into steering lucrative contracts to his companies. As part of that deal, President Biden says President Maduro also gave assurances he would allow fair elections. Biden also saying lifted sanctions could snap back if Venezuela doesn't uphold its end of the deal. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
In other news this morning, Texas has sent a plane with more than 120 migrants from the U.S.-Mexico border to Chicago. It's part of Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star that has given more than 80,000 migrants rides to cities across the country, mostly by bus. The first flight, which Abbott's office said left from El Paso this week, was arranged after Chicago's City Council took new action over the busloads of migrants. The flight took off a day after Abbott signed a new law this week that would allow law enforcement officials to arrest migrants who illegally cross the border.
In Mississippi, a cancer survivor is bringing joy to kids who desperately need it during the holidays. Zach Rushing raises funds through the year to deliver presents to kids at a hospital there. So this year, he, along with friends, family, and others, filled 2 trailers with several thousand presents worth about $30,000. So Zach partnered with the owner of a pawn shop 3 years ago for the toy campaign after his 3rd bout with cancer. His purpose, he says, is to inspire hope in those whose shoes he was once in. He wants the kids to know that they're not alone and hopes he can encourage them to get past cancer.
Oh, that's a whole lot of gifts, but they are so needed.
Yes, they are. Glad he could do that.
I just realized what your earrings are.
Oh, yeah, Christmas lights.
Old bulbs,
Yeah.
old style bulbs
Old style.
from the Christmas
Yeah,
tree or
old
Christmas lights. Yes. 5:10, 61 degrees.
And still ahead, how some Samsung devices are helping you keep better track of your medications.
A 9-year-old girl safe after being kidnapped while on a family trip. Up next, we hear from the girl's aunt as the suspect gets ready to go to court.
And let's look out there with live cam. Not too cold this morning, 61 degrees. Was almost shocking when I left. I was expecting a little bit more chilliness, but not so much. We're going to check in with Sarah to see what you can expect for the rest of your day. And welcome back. It's 5:14. The aunt of the 9-year-old girl who was kidnapped while on a bike ride during a family camp outing is speaking out as the suspect appears in court. ABC's Ariel Reshef has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
What was it like in those hours not knowing what happened to your niece or where she might be?
A family on a camping trip when a 9-year-old girl was taken on a bike ride. Her sudden disappearance sparking a massive multi-agency manhunt, thankfully ending with her safe return. And this morning, her aunt is speaking out for the girl's family for the first time to GMA.
And you're thinking, like, what if this doesn't end soon? What if we can't find her?
What does justice look like for you and your family?
Well, in a sense, there is no justice because, you know, you wish that this didn't happen in the first place.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of this exclusive interview and the family's message to others about how these sensitive cases are handled. With your GMA First Look, I'm Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
It's now 1:15, 61 degrees.
Apple is ramping up production of the Vision Pro mixed reality headset. We're going to tell you when they'll finally be available.
If work or a trip take you out of San Antonio on Highway 90 towards West Bexar County, Castroville, Hondo, Uvalde, or Del Rio, be advised we've got a fatal accident that has completely shut down westbound 90. We're going to keep an eye on the situation, and we will have an update with RJ.
I spent most of my life as a teacher, and I've always enjoyed helping others. After a couple of years in retirement, I realized I have a lot more to give, and that's when I became a Visiting Angels caregiver. With my life experience and love for people, it was a natural fit. Seeing Jeannie so happy warms my heart, and if you need your heart warmed too, come join us and make a difference together in someone's life.
Visiting Angels, America's choice in home care.
Some migraine attacks catch you off guard, but for me, a stressful day can trigger migraine attacks too. That's why my go-to is Nurtec ODT. It's the only migraine medication that can treat and prevent my attacks all in one.
Don't take if allergic to Nurtec. Allergic reactions can occur even days after using. Most common side effects were nausea, indigestion, and stomach pain.
Now I'm in control. With Nurtec ODT, I can treat a migraine attack and prevent one.
Talk to your doctor about Nurtec today.
Welcome back, 520. We have a mess over on the west side, and RJ's already giving us at least one detour option.
Yeah, guys. So if you are headed out to the west side right now, we do have a major crash. TransGuide right now reporting this as a fatal collision from earlier this morning. Obviously, crews are still investigating this whole scene out here. So you have a sea of brake lights out here. You're looking at the camera, the TransGuide camera, US 90 westbound. So this is traffic headed westbound there at General McMullen. So this is going to be the exit there for Southwest 36th Street. And what we are hearing right now, or what is being reported to us, is that around 2:30 this morning, we had a driver crash into a work convoy on the westbound lanes there at US 90 at Southwest 36th Street. And obviously, as crews continue to investigate this, this is causing a major delay right now. So this is probably the best shot that we're going to have for you right now. As we take you real quick here, look at our maps. You could see right now that we are seeing some delays here all the way to General McMullen, and even now starting to get a little bit delayed here to Couples Road. So if you are headed out right now and have to go through the west side, maybe you have to get to the kind of the SeaWorld area, head out to the far west side, obviously maybe 151, which is all the way out here. You may want to exit the General McMullen exit. That's actually right here near Couples Road. That'll get you up to Castroville Road and get you all the way around this crash. But again, as we see traffic continue to be diverted off to the highway here or off to the access road, we're going to see some pretty significant buildup in a lot of those major feeder roads as well. So again, fatal crash being reported. All westbound lanes are now shut down there at US 90 at Southwest 36th Street. You can see that this is now delaying traffic all the way back to General McMullen and likely Couples Road here in just a bit. So this is the biggest thing that we're following right now in terms of the roadways. Sarah, how are things looking outside right now?
Well, a little foggy in spots, RJ, and we do have some areas of rain. In fact, daily morning fog and drizzle is going to be the norm through Christmas Eve. So keep that in mind. Every single morning we're going to have some fog and drizzle, and it'll be generally damp through Sunday. We're going to have passing showers here and there through Sunday. So an opportunity for some rain. We need the rain, but it will become windy and cool Christmas Day. No rain chances on Christmas Day. I want to start by showing you the radar right now. I went ahead and turned up the intensity on the radar so that you can see where the light rain is falling. We've got some light rain falling right near Seguin right now and New Braunfels. We've also got some light rain patchy showers near Canyon Lake and Bernie, as well as up toward Comfort. Around the city of San Antonio, you'll really only run into some areas of patchy mist. Light rain falling in DeWitt County and in Hallettsville, too, in Lavaca County this morning. This kind of patchy rain, isolated in nature, is going to be what it will be with us throughout the day today, about 30% coverage. All in all, though, there are some areas of fog. Visibility is down to 7 miles in New Braunfels, down to 2.5 in Bernie, and down to about 9 at JBSA Randolph. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast. Patchy fog and mist early this morning. It's going to stay mainly cloudy. There could be a few peaks of sunshine in the afternoon, but generally a gray day. 66 at noon, 69 for the high temperature today. And notice that later on tonight, particularly after sunset, our rain chances go up. That's when I expect to see some showers out and about for most folks later on tonight. So if you have late night plans, just bring the umbrella with you. Here's a look at the weather setup. You know, we were talking about that big system off in California that's going to be bringing a lot of rainfall. We'll talk more about that system in a bit. But if you're traveling across the state of Texas today, really the only kind of weather hazard you'll have to watch out for is a few isolated showers here and there. So no major issues. You'll just have to turn on those windshield wipers once or twice. We've got Gulf of Mexico moisture pumping into south and central Texas, even going all the way up into Oklahoma. And this is why we're going to have those daily chances for rain and the dampness out there as well in the morning hours. Here's a look at that system further off to the west here. That's bringing a lot of rainfall to Los Angeles. It's going to continue to bring us bursts of energy and moisture in San Antonio. And so that's why we have daily chances for passing showers today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, with our best chance for organized showers and storms on Saturday night into Christmas Eve morning. Now, this is just the chance for showers. The chance for drizzle is 100% in the morning, so keep that in mind. All right, how much rain could we see? Maybe up to ½ an inch in San Antonio. We'll talk about how much rain most of Texas could see coming up in the next half hour, but I want to give you a look at the Christmas forecast. Christmas Eve Sunday, morning rain, then clearing. Christmas Day itself, we're going to have a chilly morning near 50 degrees, so if you wanted to put some logs in the fireplace on Christmas morning, it'll feel at least a little chilly outside, and 65 for the high. Looking at this 7-day forecast for you, again, things are going to be pretty damp over the next several days, but clearing out by Christmas Eve itself in the afternoon, leading into a very pleasant week next week with chilly mornings and cool afternoons. By the way, I've got a look at your travel forecast over the next several days coming up in the next half hour.
So you've got Santa earrings.
I do.
And Steph's got the old school light bulb, and these actually turn on.
Oh, that is so clever.
It did work.
You can see that. That's amazing.
That's awesome. I only have the tie. 525, 61 degrees. Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
Let's look at your winning lotto numbers. Pick 3, 5, 9, 3, Fireball 3. Daily 4, 7, 3, 3, 8, Fireball 0.
Cash 5, 1, 8, 9, 19, 29. Lotto Texas 14, 27, 28, 33, 35, 51. And Powerball, jackpots jumped again. 27, 35, 41, 56, 60. Powerball 16, Power Play 2. Well, Apple is reportedly planning to launch its mixed reality headset by February. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's new headset could be just weeks away. Bloomberg reports the Vision Pro headset is expected to launch by February. Production of the device is said to be running at full speed for weeks already. The expected price tag, about $3,500. Samsung's Health app is getting a new feature. The tech company is adding a medication tracker. Users will be able to set up reminders to take their meds and get refills. The tool also lists possible side effects of those drugs. The feature is set to appear in an update this week. Finally, Peloton is cutting support for its oldest bike tablet. Starting in June, you'll no longer be able to access classes with the first generation screen tablets last sold back in 2016. Affected customers can get a $500 discount on Peloton's new Modern Bike Plus, or they can buy a replacement touchscreen. So a simple upgrade and you're good. No need to recycle. Those are your Tech Bites.
I get it.
Yeah, cycle.
Recycle.
Again, yeah.
Stationary bike. 529, 61 degrees.
Cocaine, heroin, and meth were all found just during a drug bust near Kirby Middle School. Up next, why Kirby's police chief says this bust is a win for the community.
Good morning. It's Thursday, the 21st. Again, we must begin with RJ Marquez.
Yeah, guys, very busy morning right now, especially on the west side. We're looking at a major crash that has shut down the westbound lanes at US 90, and just take a look at this. I mean, a sea of brake lights here. If you happen to be headed out to the west side right now, maybe you need to go to the far west side, SeaWorld, 151, or maybe even head out to West Bexar County, Castroville. This is basically where you're going to be running into. So we're going to talk about some alternate routes here in just a bit, but just give you a couple of quick details on what happened here. We had a reported fatal crash. This is, again, TransGuide reporting that we had a fatal crash earlier, a little bit further west here at US 90 at Southwest 36th Street. So this is the closest camera that we have, active camera in this area, and this is the camera there at 98 General McMullen. So we had a driver reportedly crash into a work convoy overnight around 2:30 in the morning. Crews have completely shut down the westbound lanes of US 90 at General McMullen and further up Southwest 36th Street. Let's see what this looks like on our maps right now, and you can see that we now have this significant delay, traffic being diverted on that 36th Street exit. But if you still have not had to hit 90 yet, I would maybe suggest heading up to Couples Road. That one is still kind of open in the area, and taking that South General McMullen exit, that'll get you up to Castroville Road, and that'll get you around this major crash for the moment. Right now, that'll get you all the way up here past 151, and I'm going to kind of zoom out just a little bit and show you a little bit of a wider scale of this map right now. So this will get you past 151, and we're being told right now that the next sort of entrance into US 90, once you get onto this access road from 36, is right there at South Callahan Road. So again, just a major mess out there right now as we take a look, one more look here at TransGuide camera shots here. Let's go ahead and show you a little bit of video that we had from overnight. And again, this is video that we have from our ground crew, if we have that video available. So we're pulling that up here in just a bit. But again, we have a major crash being reported here westbound US 90 at General McMullen. So we have this video. This was shot from our overnight photographer. You could see, again, we had some individuals here that were involved in this. And again, a reported fatal crash there westbound US 90 at Southwest 36th Street. Again, this is from the underpass, so not really showing you any sort of visuals right now from the crash itself, but it was reported as a fatal crash earlier this morning, and this is something that we will continue to follow throughout the rest of the morning. Again, a major mess out there on the near west side. Make sure to seek some alternate routes, try and get around that. So we'll continue to follow this and give you the very latest as it becomes available to us. Sarah, how are things looking outside right now?
Well, thank you, RJ. I know you'll keep us updated on that. Hey, take a look at the camera view here. I'm watching very closely because ceilings, or where the clouds start, they're starting to lower in the atmosphere, which means that fog is going to get denser as we head toward dawn. Right now, we're looking at fine visibility around San Antonio, but I expect for that to worsen just over the next couple of hours. So be very careful if you're heading out in the next 2 hours. You will run into areas of fog, if not some mist as well. It's 61 degrees, humidity at 97%. Here's a look at visibilities right now. Visibility lowering in Bernie at 2.5 miles. Again, right now visibility okay around San Antonio, but these ceilings are lowering, and so we will be seeing areas of fog and mist this morning. 64 at 10. By noon, it's going to be 66 degrees. Notice that we carry a 30% chance for passing showers throughout the day today. It's going to be hit or miss, all right? So you'll have to turn on those windshield wipers once or twice. 69 for the high, and then later on tonight, rain chances bump up. It'll become more scattered in nature as we head into the evening and the overnight hours. So if you have plans tonight, make sure to bring the umbrella with you. Now, here's what we are going to talk about in the weather and what you need to know. Daily morning fog and drizzle in the coming days. So if you're hitting the roads early in the coming days, know that you will run into some of that fog and drizzle. And then during the days, there will be generally passing showers and a few storms, especially by Sunday morning. So through Sunday, we expect generally damp conditions. At least that will mean a pleasant Christmas, but it is a busy travel stretch here in the next few days. So I've got to look at travel trouble spots, not only in Texas, but across the nation, coming up in just a bit.
Sarah, well, the holiday travel rush is on. Christmas a few days away, but the Christmas travel season is now in full effect at San Antonio International Airport. There in the center of your screen, there's a live look now. Everyone is now trying to get home for the holidays, including about 4,000 members of the U.S. military.
And Katrina Weber is live at the airport. Katrina, it looks like you have a lot of company there.
Unattended vehicles are subject.
That's putting it mildly. A lot of people here this morning. I'm willing to bet thousands, all trying to get to family and friends in time for Christmas. Now, first they have to get through the lines. Right now, it doesn't look too bad. This is the line for dropping off luggage here, but they also have to go through security, through the TSA checkpoints. And it has been a crush this morning. Let me give you a look at the video from just less than an hour ago. It was less than standing room only here in this terminal, as well as the other one where American and United are. Just people everywhere you could see. Uniforms definitely representing here this morning. This is the middle, this is the height of what they call the holiday block leave, the chance for military members to go home for the holidays. And we had a chance to talk to some of them this morning, as some of them were getting their first chance since joining the military to go see their family and friends. Listen to what this young man had to say.
I'm asleep. I'm going to try and get my mom to make spaghetti and a lot of the stuff that I liked to eat when I was kids. And I'm going to try to go to the zoo.
Yeah, again, first time getting to go home since he joined the military in August. So a lot of plans that he has in mind, and I'm sure that's also the situation for many of the people here in uniform. Again, they call this the holiday block leave. I call it Operation Outta Here. And that's the situation for a lot of people here at the airport this morning, just trying to get to family and friends in time for Christmas. Reporting live at San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
So factor that in. Thank you, Katrina. Cocaine, heroin, and meth found during a drug bust. Kirby police found all those drugs yesterday at a home just steps away from Kirby Middle School. Police arrested 3 people connected to the house. In addition to narcotics, officers found several trailers and vehicles with scratched off ID numbers.
He came here to make a point. It's not okay to sell methamphetamines. It's not okay to have cocaine. It's still illegal. You can't even use or possess it. So, yeah, I think it's a successful story today.
We have yet to hear back from Kirby police about just how many narcotics were found and about how much they are worth. Well, now to the southern border. The situation described as a disaster by authorities, overwhelmed by the latest surge of migrants.
Rail lines have been closed, and now, as ABC's Derek Dennis reports, the governor is taking new action.
This morning, the crisis at the southern border going airborne. Texas Governor Greg Abbott releasing video and announcing he's now flying migrants to Chicago, 120 arriving on the first flight because the city, quote, started obstructing and targeting our busing mission. It comes after Abbott signed a law this week that, if upheld, would authorize local police to arrest migrants suspected of crossing the border illegally, a record 12,600 crossing in one day alone. ABC's Maria Villarreal is in Eagle Pass, Texas.
There has been a steady flow of migrants funneling through this grassy pit. One group leaves on a bus and another one is escorted over the riverbank. Just yesterday, 4,400 apprehensions in this area alone. Many will wait 10 to 12 hours just to be processed. Some will wait up to 2 days. Overnight, they'll sleep on this dirt with no shelter, just the clothes on their back and those foil blankets. Processing facilities are full. Agents tell me they are overworked and overwhelmed.
We need to surge immigration judges to the border. This is America. People need to get their cases heard in days, not years. And if they do not qualify for asylum, they need to be deported.
And now growing concern about the economic impact of this surge in migrants. Officials recently closed some rail crossings at the border, halting freight trains that carry everything from produce to auto parts. One rail company says the shutdown is costing $200 million per day. Smugglers play a major role in this crisis. A U.S. official says people acting as travel agents in places as far away as Africa are helping migrants travel to Mexico before being connected with smugglers for the trip to the U.S. border. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Time now, it's 5:41 and 61 degrees for now.
This year has seen its share of extreme weather, especially all the heat this past summer. Up next, Mia Montgomery and Stephanie Jimenez look back at all of it in a special presentation.
And right now, looking out there with live cam, super mild, not cold at all. You probably won't need a jacket this morning, but you can look out for some fog and some drizzle for the next couple of days. We're going to be checking in with our Sarah Spivey for all those details very soon.
Approaching 5:45. The year isn't quite over yet, but we already know 2023 has been one for the books. Remember the crazy hot summer we had?
Yes, I do. I think we all do. And Mia Montgomery and Stephania Jimenez recap all the records we broke and give us a look at how we can prepare for severe weather next year. So here's a clip from their special, which you can see on our website right now.
We have milder weather now, but let's rewind a bit to the summer of 2023. How would you describe it?
It was really horrible.
Some even say
Unbearable.
the temperatures in South Central Texas broke record after record.
We've had 8 days in which we hit 105 or higher.
It marked our 60th triple-digit day that we have seen so far this year.
The hottest month ever recorded in San Antonio with an average temp of 90.6.
Everyone and everything was affected, from homeowners to businesses and people who work outside in the elements.
Even thinking back to 2021, we had the winter storm, except then it was snow and ice that staggered Texans.
10 degrees here in San Antonio.
Both cases of extreme weather taught us preparation is key.
CPS Energy says it's under orders to begin rotating outages.
Local groups and agencies are having those conversations.
How do we work with those stakeholders that already work with persons that are 65 and older, or they have a medical condition, people with disabilities, or individuals who are homebound?
While we can't predict severe weather months before it happens, we can do our best to prepare when we're not in a weather emergency.
So, let's get ready.
And Mia and Stephania go over all the ways you can prepare your homes and stay healthy no matter how hot or how cold it gets. So you can watch it on our website right now, YouTube, and also the KSAT Plus app.
546, 61 degrees.
Let's look out there with TransGuide. Still a mess over there at Highway 90 at Couples, and things are moving there at I-35 South, but we are going to get a check-in with RJ Marcus very soon.
All right, 5:49 now on your Thursday morning, and we are still following the very latest here. Westbound US 90 there at General McMullen. We had a major crash overnight, a reported fatal crash after a driver reportedly crashed into a work convoy around 2:30 this morning out there at US 90 westbound at Southwest 36th Street. So the camera you're looking at right now is US 90 at General McMullen. This is the camera that's a little bit further closer to downtown, as obviously we have a significant delay here in this area. You can see traffic right now being diverted off to the 36th Street exit. So again, this is the General McMullen camera, but traffic right here being diverted off to the 36th Street exit again as crews, investigators figure out what happened here overnight there. You get much further there if you go westbound. We have a shutdown there from 36 to Castroville Road. Let's see what this looks like on the maps right now. And you see our maps are now indicating that we do have this shutdown here a little bit further west. But in terms of traffic, what you're going to see right now is, again, this stretch of 90 right there westbound, shut down there from 36th Street all the way over here towards this area over here and going past to General McMullen. So it's going to be causing pretty significant delays. If you need to exit Couples Road, that would be probably your best bet right now. That one is the General McMullen exit, so just kind of keep that in mind. Want to take a look at how this is going to affect your time out on the road or your commute if you are headed right now to maybe SeaWorld 151 far West Bexar County. Maybe you are headed out to Castroville. So we're looking right now at a drive time of about 18 minutes. So this has kind of gone back and forth a little bit. Myself and Sarah Spivey were just looking at this right now, and you could see that this is still causing pretty good delays if you are heading from downtown to 410. So we're going to continue to check up on this sort of drive time and see exactly how long that we're going to be taking out there to get our folks from downtown San Antonio all the way out to the Lackland Air Force area or 410. So again, very busy out there right now as we take you one more quick look here at TransGuide US 90 westbound, shut down right now past General McMullen all the way up to Southwest 36th Street. All right, let's check in with weather right now. Sarah Spivey, how are things looking?
Hey, we've got areas of spotty rain out there right now, mainly across the hill country right now. A few light rain showers falling from Kerrville to Comfort to Bernie and up toward Fredericksburg. We've also got a little bit of moderate rain in parts of Guadalupe County and Comal County, as well as Hays County, San Marcos area getting some light rain at the moment. This kind of spotty light rain is going to be normal for the day today. We just had a rain shower from Reagan High School to Johnson High School along 281 there. And then also near Cuero and Hallettsville, we've got some light rain as well. Outside, take a look here. We've got some areas of patchy fog. It's a mild 61 degrees. Visibility is lowering around San Antonio, now down to 7 miles. As we take a look at the KSAT 12-hour forecast for the day, fog and mist early this morning. Around 10, we're only going to be at 64. Mainly a cloudy day today. Perhaps a few peaks of sunshine and only a 30% chance for those passing showers throughout the day. High temperature of 69 degrees today. And then tonight is when I expect rain to really pick up in the evening hours. Scattered showers out there, so be aware of that. In fact, we're going to have areas of rain today, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, with the best chance for widespread rain on Saturday night. Now, every day, however, there is going to be morning drizzle. All right, I want to take a look at some travel trouble spots across the nation. Today, the big trouble spot will be out near Los Angeles, where they're expected to see a lot of rainfall. That could have some delays in the airways here throughout the day. Then by tomorrow, the main area of issues will be up near Milwaukee, and then also off to the west. You can see Seattle down to Portland. There's going to be a storm system there, and the same system creating rain near Phoenix is going to be creating rain through Texas during the day on Saturday. But the thing that could cause you the most hiccup is if you're traveling on Christmas Eve morning, on Sunday morning, along I-35 toward Dallas and I-10 toward Houston. That's where we'll have rain from the front that's going to move through and set up a very pleasant Christmas across the state of Texas. Cold in the Panhandle in the 40s, cool in North Texas in the 50s. Around San Antonio will be at 65 degrees. We could see up to about half an inch of rain around San Antonio. And again, that Christmas forecast is looking pretty good with chilly morning near 50 and a cool afternoon near 65. More on your weather coming up in just a bit.
Ahead in the next hour at GMSA, as you finish up your shopping, scammers are still targeting gift cards, what you need to know, and how you can spot the scam before your money is gone. Eating whatever you want this holiday season could be dangerous for those with diabetes and high blood pressure. We'll tell you about some healthy alternatives that you and your family can enjoy. And more than 4,000 military service members are heading home for the holidays today. Katrina Weber is standing by at the airport for a status report on Operation Block Leave. As we head to break, TransGuide and the continuing stacking of traffic on westbound 90 out near Couples due to a fatality incident in the overnight hours. We've been monitoring this all hour long, and that continues into our next one.
Good morning. Rise and shine at 6 a.m. Looking out there with live cam this morning, 61 degrees, so not cold at all for your Thursday morning.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Rise and shine. Good morning. It is Thursday, the 21st of December.
Thanks for starting your morning with us. But before we get to weather, we want to check in with RJ because things have been a mess on Highway 90.
Yeah, guys. So now we're looking at a different camera here, a little bit further closer, or a little bit closer to downtown. US 90 westbound there at Couples Road. You can see that now we have traffic backing up all the way over here because of a crash much further west there at 90 westbound at Southwest 36th Street. So we'll kind of go back and forth, see if we could find one of our other cameras there. Yeah, this is the big one right here. So again, we go from Couples Road to General McMullen. You could see we have just a sea of brake lights right now. Reported fatal crash earlier this morning around 2:30. All westbound lanes of 90 at 36th Street have been shut down for the moment as officials continue to investigate, again, what was reported as a fatal crash overnight. A driver reportedly crashed into a work convoy there much further south there at Southwest 36th Street. So let's see what this looks like on our maps right now. And you can see that now we're seeing these delays all the way back past General McMullen to Couples Road. So again, we've been saying throughout our 5 o'clock hour that if you want to exit Couples Road, that might have been the best option. But at this point now, we'll see if we could find some other alternate routes and see if we could get you around this area. But again, this is a kind of a mess. We were talking about earlier going off of the General McMullen exit up to Castroville Road past 151. So again, we are shut down past Southwest 36th Street. Now, if you go all the way on the access road, the next entrance is going to be over there by South Callahan Road. So yeah, guys, significant mess out here. US 90 at General McMullen. We're going to continue to follow this and give you more updates as they become available to us. Sarah, how are things looking outside right now?
Yeah, little dampened spots, although in San Antonio things are dry. We're really just seeing some areas of fog around San Antonio. But you go up to the hill country, areas of rain for New Braunfels, Seguin, and up toward Kyle and toward Austin as well. Here's a look at the picture outside right now. Ceilings are lowering, which means the cloud deck is lowering, which means fog is getting slightly worse out there. Visibility now down to 7 miles at the airport, down to 2.5 up in Boerne. Now, as you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast for the day, patchy fog and mist this morning will be at 64 at 10. By noon, 66. It's going to be mainly a cloudy day with perhaps a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Chance of rain is low, about 30%, until tonight when we start to see rain become more common later on this evening. So if you have evening plans, bring the rain jacket and the umbrella with you. We'll have daily morning fog and drizzle in the coming days with some generally damp conditions through Sunday, passing rain showers here and there, and a cool front in the mix, which is going to set up a lovely, cool Christmas day. It'll just be a little on the windy side. Those details get you ready for the holiday coming up in just a bit. Mark.
Thank you, Sarah. Never mind the malls. Some of the longest holiday lines right now are at San Antonio's airport. Today is one of the busiest air travel days of the Christmas season as thousands of members of the U.S. military head home.
Our Katrina Weber is live at the airport. And Katrina, how's it been going so far?
Well, honestly, when I got here, I had my doubts, but it has been going stunningly. I mean, these lines have really been moving fast and emptying out. This is quite busy compared to a normal day at this time, but you should have seen what it was like before. And in fact, let me show you the video from earlier this morning when we got here. Just people everywhere the eye could see. A lot of them in uniform, as you'll notice in the video. Now, we are in the middle of what they call the holiday block leave. 4,000 military members during these 4 days are heading home for the holidays. This today is the height of that block leave. People going home for the first time in many cases. Many of these military members are new and they've been in training. And so this is their first opportunity to go home and see their families. A lot of other people with the same objective in mind, also going to see family and friends in time for Christmas. People, for the most part, have been patient. They've gone through these lines and they've gotten where they're going. I talked to a few of them. They said that things have been moving quickly. But we did see a couple of little temperatures flare, but that's understandable. It's a very stressful time of year. But overall, very smoothly going in this airport. Reporting live at San Antonio International Airport, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. For everybody else, let's look at the misery map this morning. And what they've clicked on right there is a few delays affecting Dallas to LAX. Houston is also seeing some delays right now up to Denver. But the biggest travel trouble spots right now have been on the West Coast. LAX led the way with delays this morning, but now it's Chicago O'Hare, Fort Lauderdale, and New York JFK. But nationwide, only 40 delays as of 6 o'clock this morning. On to other news. Medina County Sheriff's investigators warning drivers to be on alert for random shootings coming from a moving vehicle. Investigators say there have been at least 11 reports of incidents that started around November 27th. Now they're working to track down a suspect vehicle. Police say the shooter is using some sort of air rifle or BB gun. The shootings have so far been in the Natalia, Lacoste, and Castroville area.
Fear that it's some kind of a TikTok trend or something, because they've had these before. And I guess my message to them is, if you think this is fun and games, you're not going to be laughing when we catch you, because it's very serious.
Victims have started sharing their stories on social media in hopes of warning the community to be on alert. A Crime Stoppers reward is being offered for information on the case. You're asked to call 1-800-367-2833.
And thousands of migrants are waiting to get processed by Border Patrol this morning. Border communities like Eagle Pass say the surge is overwhelming. On Tuesday, Border Patrol processed about 4,000 migrants. They say this group represents nearly 30 countries, many of them Latin American. In addition to those, Border Patrol says another 4,000 crossed over in this sector. With the holidays just around the corner, Representative Tony Gonzalez expects the crisis to get worse.
In my district, local communities have no further resources to continue sustaining this migrant crisis. I am sounding the alarm as loud as I possibly can.
Gonzalez says he is sending a letter to congressional leaders, and he is pleading for federal help to close what he calls a severe security gap.
The new immigration law in Texas, SB 4, makes entering the country illegally a state crime. It allows local and state officers to arrest those who they suspect are here illegally. Immigration attorney Christina Santiago says not only is SB 4 unconstitutional, it's hard to enforce. She also says those who do get arrested under the law won't have many immediate options.
If a person gets arrested under this bill, the person is going to get deported and won't even have the chance to fight the asylum case in court. And that's the problem with this bill. They are going to arrest any person who enter unlawfully. And person who enter unlawfully, they have rights.
Santiago encourages migrants who have pending asylum cases to have all their documentation readily available. SB 4 is set to go into law in March, but is already seeing legal pushback by immigration advocate groups. So time will tell if the law is upheld in court.
120 migrants from the southern border are in Chicago now. They were flown there as part of Governor Greg Abbott's Operation Lone Star. The governor says this group of migrants went by plane because Chicago started cracking down on migrant bus drop-offs. Since early April of 2022, Operation Lone Star has sent 80,000 migrants to several cities like Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and New York City.
In other headlines this morning, it'll be an especially happy holiday season for 10 newly freed hostages and their loved ones.
Yesterday, the former detainees were released by Venezuela, signaling a sign that the country's once frigid relationship with the U.S. is starting to warm.
John Lawrence has the latest in the high-stakes prisoner swap and what the White House is hoping to see.
Free at last, thank God Almighty, free at last. Very emotional, exciting, grateful.
After being wrongfully detained in Venezuela, these Americans are back on U.S. soil just in time for the holiday season.
Honestly, all you think about when you're in prison is how you didn't appreciate being free while you were free.
In addition to the 6 wrongfully detained Americans, Venezuela is releasing 4 additional Americans, according to U.S. officials.
This has been a priority for us broadly. It's also been a priority when it comes to Venezuela. And we want to make sure that our fellow Americans are released. We are also focused on political prisoners.
For the U.S. as part of the agreement, President Joe Biden granted clemency to Alex Saab, an alleged investor for Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. The White House says it hopes this move will lead to a more democratic Venezuela.
We made a deal with Venezuela that they'll hold free elections. So far, they've maintained their requirements, and that's it.
And despite this deal, the administration says it isn't resting on its laurels.
So even though we can celebrate their return, the president's not willing to sit on the side while we still have Americans overseas. We have to keep pursuing that.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Now 10 minutes past the hour, 61 degrees.
And still ahead, Samsung's Health app is getting a new feature, how it can help those who need help tracking their daily medication schedule.
You may have already seen some of our stories this season. Holiday scams are very real and in full effect as we're days away from Christmas. Coming up next, the very latest on what you can do to avoid those scams.
And this morning, not feeling too much like Christmas, but we are at 61 degrees and we've been having some pleasant afternoons. And we're going to check in with Sarah Spivey to see what we can actually expect on Christmas morning.